Well, Wendy, thank you so much for joining us. Why is the Supreme Court so important? Or put it this way, who died and made the Supreme Court God?
Well, the Supreme Court made itself very important by getting involved in issues that it really shouldn't have. It should have been leaving to the states, or really expanding the role of the Supreme Court and making itself the final word on nearly every issue. So it has its role has expanded tremendously since the time of the Founding Fathers.
You know, as we look at the moral landscape of America, and we see all these major changes, especially since the 1960s, would you say the Supreme Court has played a role in that with issues like school prayer, abortion, the Ten Commandments in public places, same-sex so-called marriage?
The reason why social issues are so contentious in the United States is because the Supreme Court has weighed in and put a thumb on the scale, you could say, on the side of a more liberal view, an anti-religious freedom view, for too long. And it's taken decades for us to be able to put justices on the court who have a proper view of religious freedom, which has a great impact on all these social issues. Many of these social issues are very near and dear to the heart of Christians. We value the sanctity of human life. We value the role of prayer in public life as well as private life. And so when the Supreme Court had weighed in the 1950s, the 1960s, and the 1970s, restricting prayer in school, restricting public prayer, making abortion on demand, the so-called law of the land, it had the effect of restricting religious freedom, and saying to Christians in particular that you're not valued, your viewpoint is second class, and you should just shut up and stay home.
When we see the process of judges going before the Senate for confirmation hearings, and sometimes you see the contentious battle over such a nominee, would it be safe to say that at the end of the day, the 800-pound gorilla in the room is abortion? I mean, it's like Roe v. Wade is the holy grail to the left, and it must be preserved at all costs, regardless of what the founders said, regardless of what the Constitution says. That's it. And is that why there's so much fireworks, in the battles over this?
When John Roberts was nominated to the Supreme Court, I was interviewed by ABC News, and they tried every which way they could to make sure that I brought up the word abortion. That's all the mainstream media cared about when it came to a Supreme Court nomination, was abortion. Abortion matters as an extreme amount. But we should also be looking at things like religious freedom, because if a justice has a high view of religious freedom, then they're going to respect the views of Christians when it comes to abortion. And they're not going to give this extreme rulings that a government should allow abortion on demand and that every American must be complicit in abortion, such as paying for abortions and facilitating abortions. So it's important for us as Christians to take a broad view, a very high view when it comes to abortion, but also recognize that there are many things that, by which Supreme Court justices and nominees should be judged on.
Wendy, thank you so much for being with us.
Thank you.